The next business for case study is paperboat. I'm sure at some time you have drunk this beverage or you have seen it at a retailer. Paperboat is launched by Hector Beverages, which also produces Stizinga, a health drink. In a brainstorming session to increase revenue, the four partners came up with the product idea of having traditional beverages packaged in a modern format. This product would have no competition and the market would be completely new. The business high points would be the unique product, a completely untapped market. The focus of the product would be authentic and live. Above all, they hired a professional advertising agency, Liu Lintas, and this agency used Gulzar to create poetry, the nostalgia, and which resonated with the brand memories and drinks, or drinks and memories. The point of differentiation with its competitors in the existing beverage market was ethnicity. No other competitor was producing packaged traditional drinks like Jaljeera, Amras, or Kokam. The target audience was the urban audience who grew up drinking these drinks, but this audience no longer had access to the drinks because they did not have the time or the recipes to prepare them. And finally, they had strategic tie-ups. Some of the strategic tie-ups were reflected in the ads where they tied up with Big Basketeer and Chai Point for their iconic ad Hum Honge Kamyab, which is available on YouTube if you want to see it. They also had strategic tie-ups for the product with some of the airlines like Indigo, and which even today is one of the biggest revenue generators for Paperboat. And their marketing was 50% digital. They always wanted to start with digital marketing because it was cheaper. So what was their digital marketing campaign about? They focused on 4 channels: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Their primary focus was Instagram and Facebook. They launched a campaign, Floater Boat campaign, with the motto, "Life is still beautiful." And this Floater Boat campaign jammed timelines of several people with a paper boat made out of paper, out of a trash bag or anything. The Floater Boat campaign was launched in 2013 and it was a huge success. You can hear about it from Paperboat's own voice.
Paperboat is a brand with a simple promise, bringing back childhood memories with the authentic taste of traditional Indian drinks. Paperboat drinks are made with natural ingredients, without preservatives, added colors, or artificial flavors. Its authentic taste makes every sip a walk down memory lane. This is what guided our social media strategy, taking people back to their childhood. We began this journey in July 2013. Thousands of Facebook users joined us as we took them back to the good old days. We brought back to life games long forgotten, silly pranks that got us into trouble, and everything in between. Clearly, we struck a chord. Even our fans contributed with their own memories, and our page gained momentum. The organic fan base grew rapidly. Consumer-generated engagement was arguably among the highest of beverage pages worldwide. Over a span of 10 months, close to 10,000 people wrote into us. Our posts garnered over 100,000 likes and nearly 15,000 shares. This contributed to Paperboat's organic reach of 5.2 million unique users, and its viral reach of over 40 million. Even independent reviewers took time out to recommend the Facebook page. But most importantly, campaign turned users who had not tasted paper boat into avid fans. Now isn't that a thought worth cherishing?
So this was from Paperboat's own voice about its digital marketing campaign. The highlights of this digital marketing campaign were the emotional storytelling that connected instantly to the audience. The clippings, the colors, the games, the ideas behind it, they were just had so much potential, and what mattered most was these audience just did not connect only with what they were writing, they connected with the drinks, the beverages, and the sales for Paperboat soared. What Paperboat did next was they used the traditional media to build interest and took the conversation to the social media. So while they were showing ads on TVs, they were also interacting with fans on the social media, Facebook pages, and everywhere. So for a while, the brand retention, especially for a new brand, was huge. And there was this fun element, there was this charity element where you had every rupees 20 went for every Paperboat that you made and uploaded. And then these series of ads were uploaded onto YouTube, and they again had another 1 million views because the ads were so interesting by themselves and because, again, they connected to the nostalgia of the audience. What Paperboat did very right was they converted the 4 P's of marketing into the modern 4 C's, and their advertising was 100% customer-centric. Not only the advertising, even the product concept was customer-centric. As the two Neerajas of Paperboat said, it was what they loved. They packaged it and they brought it to the audience. They loved Amras, they loved Panna, and they wanted to bring it to the audience. They wanted to bring it to the audience because it was inconvenient to prepare it every day at home. So the product was a value for the customer. The cost was nothing compared to the cost of a normal beverage. That cost 25 rupees. This came at a cost of 30 rupees. Your own single drink bottle, which could be sealed when you want, with a unique package. Very conveniently packaged, could fit anywhere into your bag, and the communication throughout with the audience has been superb. The connectivity with the audience has been superb. And their tagline, drinks and memories, because everywhere in India, especially that ethnicity, everywhere that you go, the first thing that people offer is a drink, a traditional drink, even today. The estimated revenues from Paperboat in millions of rupees soared. And as you can see, though Paperboat, their revenue is now close to $1,000 million rupees. The losses are there, but the losses are basically there because they are setting up new plants. They are sourcing their products from abroad, and they have a lot of funding and they have a bigger market segment. One of the biggest issues that Paperboat is facing in its marketing is in place. In the 4 P's, it's place, because they cannot reach to tier 2 markets easily. So they have now tied up with the Japanese company called Nissan, and through them, they want to tie up their distribution channel. So in both campaigns, we have seen that the planning and the strategy was pretty detailed. The timing of the product launch was just right. They knew their audience. The selection of the appropriate promotion channels was well thought of in advance. Both campaigns are customer-centric, where customer is the king and they can't do anything wrong. And customer campaign, the entire campaign is based around that of the customer. And the business objective in both campaigns was never to make money. The campaign was to give the customer convenience, Give the customer a choice, give the customer a better product in both. Because when a business starts with the when a business starts with an object to make money, that business cannot be successful because money can be made in several ways. But you can't compromise on quality. You have to deliver a certain level of quality in your product, in your customer service, and as your philosophy of the company to be successful and to build it to a $1 million or a $1 million rupee 7-figure business. So that's all for today. So let's go through the websites of each of these businesses and let's take questions from you all.